Hey, I am back. I wanted to share a little bit about something called VSTs or plugins. VSTs and plugins are kind of like furniture in the house. They kind of fit and go inside your digital audio workstation to help improve your musical quality and your sounds. And so, if you go to plugins, you have several sounds here that I use. Some of these are demos, some of these are sounds I actually use. So, I'm going to go through one product at a time for different videos. So, the first video I want to go through is something called Addictive Keys. Addictive Keys is my grand piano kind of sound. Because one thing I noticed from Ableton Live is that their default sounds by themselves are not always that good. So I decided to buy a couple sounds, and the first one that I actually bought myself was Addictive Keys. So if you look, you go down and push this wrench button here, you'll pull up what it looks like. Addictive Keys, I think, is by a company called Excellent Audio. It has several things you can purchase. You can get Studio Grand, modern upright, and you can get Dark Mark One, which is a electric piano, electric grand. So there's a lot of things. I just got the Studio Grand because it worked well for me. So this is a Swedish company. So this is a Swedish piano, and this is a sampled piano. So there's two different types of uh, plugins that usually are created. The first one is called modeled, and the second one is called sampled. Sampled is basically where you take a real piano and you play every note and several different velocities, and then you record it, and then you can buy that piano sound on all the different velocities, and so that's what I got. The modeled sound is basically different sine waves and sine curves that are used together to create a sound that's similar to a piano, but not exactly the same. And then for a long time, sampled was always better, but recently I've seen some modeled piano sounds that are actually very good. So you have some presets qualities here, like some things that you may like. Right now I'm just in the Studio Grand, so if I just push a button, you can change how much effects on it with this. Change the timbre here. Soft or hard. And then tone. Just like darker, it's a little brighter. Okay, if you want more details, you can click edit. And this goes into a lot more. You have different sustain pedals, pedal noise. So if you want the way the sustain pedal sounds in a real acoustic, you can lift up this sound or lower the sound. I actually kind of like the pedal sound a little bit because I like playing real grand pianos. Then there's a lot of different like filters and volumes. And then you also can change where the microphones are set up. So you can have them here, you can have them here, or like in the room ambient wise. And you can have, I think, different kinds of ones as well. And you can EQ the sound you want, what you want to take rid of, what you want to add. So overall, I like this piano sound. Some of the negatives I've gotten from it is that it just doesn't really. I got it for $75 online, and it's a great price for like a first piano. I tested it for like 4 months as a demo, wanted to see if I actually wanted it, and then finally I decided, you know what, this is a good enough piano for me to start with. And I bought it, but I realized like it doesn't really give me the punch that I'm looking for sometimes in a piano sound in the middle of all my other sounds that are going off. This sound is not as punchy and doesn't really cut through my sounds, so a lot of times it kind of gets swallowed up. And so I have to turn it up more and more, and as I turn it up more and more, it starts clipping. So one thing I've realized is I've had a clipping problem. Like I'm recently learning, how do I do that? How do I make this still sound good quality? Do I have to turn everything else down, or can I turn this up more if possible? So that's one of my concerns, but overall it's been a great piano. I've used it all over and over and over again. It's a great, just normal, if you just like playing piano and you don't want to carry your big digital piano around that costs like $3,000, you can just buy the $75 plug in, you plug it in, and it sounds like a grand piano. In some ways, if you're playing just by yourself with that one sound, it sounds like a grand piano. So that's one positive, is that it really does. It's a quick, easy way to have a mobile keys like that. So that's a little bit about Addictive Keys. I think it's great. There are positives and negatives, but let me know what you guys think. So that is for the VST for my keys, Addictive Keys.